You got it? Oh yeah, we fucking on. We're on. We're on. Yeah, we on. Hine Keira, the goddess of war. Nah, Taawhaki Tanekaha. Introduction. In the tapestry of Maori mythology, where the threads of the divine and the mortal intertwine, the tales of Heneada emerge as powerful testaments to the resilience of spirit and the transformative nature of compassion. This epic saga transcends the boundaries of time and culture, weaving together ancient wisdom and timeless truths that resonate deeply within the challenges we face in the modern world. In the pages that follow, we will witness Heneada's transformation from a fierce warrior goddess to a beacon of hope and healing, as she learns to embrace the power of compassion and the strength that comes from opening one's heart to the world. We will walk beside her as she confronts demons within herself and the world around her and discover the profound truth that even in our most helpless moments, we are never truly alone. Ultimately, this tale of Heneada serves as a reminder to the incredible potential that lies within us all, the power to overcome our fears, to heal past wounds, and to craft a future for ourselves and all those we hold dear. It is an invitation to embrace the fullness of our being, to honor the divine spark that animates our lives, and to never lose sight of the love and wisdom that guides us on our path. Chapter 1, Dawn of the Shimmering Lady. In the ethereal realm where spirit shapes the earth, Hineada, her name echoing through the ages as the goddess of war, emerges as a beacon of awe and inspiration. As the skies bleed into the fiery hues of twilight, her presence on the battlefield profound as day meets night. Clad in armor crafted from the darkest obsidian, each piece a gleaming shard of infinite space. Her weapons forged from the heart of a fallen star, pulsing with an otherworldly energy, whispering ancient secrets. Heneada's very essence is intertwined with the unstoppable forces of the universe, a living embodiment of the power that lies within the cycles of creation and destruction. As she steps forward, the earth trembles beneath her feet, and the air crackles with anticipation, for in her presence the very fabric of reality seems to bend and sway. Chapter 2, The Sacred Union. Aligned with Tumatoenga, the god of war, Heneada balances the scales of offense and defense. Their union celebrated under the starlit skies of Takurua. In the sacred dance of their partnership, they weave together the strands of strategy and intuition, chaos and order. Through their divine bond, they cultivate not only the art of combat, but also instill the principles of alliance, balance, and respect. Teachings that resonate through their followers, echoing the duality of their divine duties, as Tumatoenga's brute force finds its complement in Heneada's meditative movement. Together they forge a path that honors the complexities of existence, a stunning example of the power that lies within the balance of strength and compassion, push and pull, the masculine and feminine. Beyond her, Chapter 3, Guardian of Warriors. Beyond her prowess in battle, Heneada serves as a protector of warriors, embedding in them the courage and honor that transcends war. In the secretive winds of conflict, her voice guides the cautious. Words of strength and resilience that echo in the hearts like a rallying cry. Her presence on the battlefield is a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the most helpless of times, courage and compassion can never be extinguished. In times of war, her wisdom whispers in the serene moments before dawn, nurturing the souls of those who seek her solace. She teaches the art of balance, of finding harmony within oneself and the world around them. Under her guidance, warriors learn to embrace the duality of their nature, to harness the strength of spirit, not only for battle, but also for the betterment of all life and the land they call home. In her, the people see a reflection of their own potential, a reminder that within each of them lies the power to shape their own destiny. Heneada revels in the valor of battle, yet cherishes the harmony of tranquility. A goddess who fiercely protects her kin while fostering the seeds of unity. Chapter 4. The Shimmer of Dawn and Dusk. Henekeida's allure transcends mere beauty. It is a manifestation of her divine essence, a radiance that emanates both dark and light, casting a spell upon all who behold her. As she moves through the battlefield, her form shimmers like the first light of dawn, dancing upon the morning dew, and her eyes gleam with the intensity of the setting sun. This otherworldly aura serves as a strategic advantage in the throes of battle, as warriors find themselves momentarily captivated by her enchanting presence. Hinekeira, with a swift and fatal grace, alters the course of conflicts. Her movements are a symphony of precision and elegance, each step a calculated maneuver that leaves her enemies in awe and disarray. In the space between heartbeats, she dances between the realms of shadow and shine. Her actions are blur of deadly beauty, etching themselves into the memories of those who witness her prowess. Chapter 5. The Dance of Heneada. On a fated battlefield, as the greatest warriors gather to challenge Tu Motoenga, Heneada steps forth ahead of Tu, her presence commanding the attention of all who stand at her midst. With a claiming glance to her beloved, she begins to dance, her movements a fusion of grace and power that seem to defy the very laws of nature. Her dance bending ferocity and elegance, casting a spell over the assembled warriors. Their eyes wide with wonder and their hearts pounding in rhythm with her steps. As her voice rises in a chant that echoes through the ages, the earth beneath their feet seems to tremble in response, and the winds whip around them in a frenzy of exhilaration. The shimmers between light and dark that accompany her every move mesmerize the warriors, swaying them between the precipice of war and the potential for peace. In this moment, they are all one, united by the power of Henekeida's haka. Their spirits intertwined in a dance that transcends the boundaries of mortal existence. Chapter 6. The Irresistible Lure of the Radiant Goddess. As the warriors stand spellbound by Henekeida's hypnotic haka, they find themselves drawn into a realm of bewitchment, their souls ensnared by the goddess's otherworldly allure. Her movements, fluid and graceful, cast a potent spell of seduction, each movement an invitation into the depths of desire. As she dances, Her eyes meet those of every warrior in turn, her gaze a confluence of innocence and temptation. Hinekeira's allure is a powerful force, a shimmering aura that envelops the warriors in a haze of sensual energy. Her hair, dark as the night sky, cascades down her back in a rippling curtain, each strand seeming to dance with a life of its own. Her skin smooth and radiant. As she moves, her form is a symphony of curves and contours, each sway of her hips, an arch of her back, an invitation to explore her divine essence. The warriors, their senses heightened and their pulses quickening, find themselves drawn into her like moths to a flame, their bodies aching to be near her, to feel the warmth of her presence and the softness of her touch. The warriors are overwhelmed by a tidal wave of emotion and yearning that reaches beyond the heat of battle and penetrates the very core of their being. They see in Heneada's eyes a reflection of their own desires, a glimpse of a life beyond the chaos of war, a world in which they might find solace and companionship in the arms of the radiant goddess herself. But even as they lose themselves in this tantalizing vision, they sense an undercurrent of sorrow beneath the surface of Heneada's allure, a profound loneliness that speaks of the absence of a true partner, an equal spirit with whom she might share the tribulations and triumphs of her celestial existence. And as the warriors behold her, each immersed in their own intimate daydream, the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual blurring until the warriors can no longer distinguish between the two. They are lost in a realm of sensation and emotion, their hearts and minds intertwined with the essence of the shimmering lady, each one daring to dream that they might be the one to fill the void in her heart and stand by her side as her lover, bound together by the threads of destiny. Chapter 7. The Vision of Bloodshed. As the warriors sway under the spell of Heneada's seductive dance, their minds caught between realms of fantasy and reality, the shimmering lady is faced with a decision. In the fractured light of her consciousness, she sees the battlefield unfold before her in a series of visions, each one a potential path that she might choose to follow. In one scenario, she witnesses herself moving through the ranks of the entranced warriors with the speed and precision that defies mortal comprehension. Her wahika, her weapon, an extension of her divine will, flashing in the fading light of dusk, its edge gleaming with the promise of a swift and merciless judgment. In a single fluid motion, she transgresses the entire battlefield, her weapon finding the throat of every warrior in a symphony of severed flesh and spraying blood. A crimson tide falls to the earth in a synchronized cascade, a momentary river of blood, life's essence staining the ground beneath her feet. This vision of carnage is one that Hine knows all too well, a reminder of the countless battles she has fought and won, the countless lives she has taken in the name of her divine duty. But even as she feels the seductive pull to this path, the temptation to end the conflict with a single decisive blow, she senses the stirrings of a different possibility within her heart, a whisper of hope that speaks to the potential for a new way forward, a way that might lead these warriors out of sufferation and into the sovereignty of self. Chapter 8. The Seeds of Peace. In the shimmering space between heartbeats, Hine Keira finds herself at a crossroads, the fate of the warriors and the future of the realm resting upon the outcome of her choice. As she gazes upon the faces of the men before her, their features softened by the haze of her beauty, she feels a sudden surge of compassion that floods her being. In that moment, she sees beyond the blood-stained pew-pew, the battle-hardened exteriors, glimpsing the fragile human heartbeats that beat beneath. With a thought, she reaches out to the minds of the warriors, planting within each of them a seed of hope and longing, a vision of a life beyond the chaos of war, a world in which they find true happiness and fulfillment. In this dream-like state, the warriors see themselves returning to their homes, their loved ones running to greet them with tears of joy and relief. They see themselves tending to their gardens, their hands no longer gripping weapons of war. They see themselves tending their gardens, their hands no longer gripping weapons of war, but instead nurturing the fragile seeds of a new life. They witness the beauty of a slow, simple existence, one in which they are free to cherish the moments of connection and laughter with their wives and children, with their partners and children. Watching as the cycles of nature unfold around them in a never-ending dance of growth and renewal. As Heneada weaves this tapestry of possibility into their minds, she feels the weight of her own divine purpose shifting, the scales of fate tipping towards a new path, one that might lead these warriors out of sufferation and into self-love. As she makes her choice, she knows that the seeds she has planted this day will take root in the hearts of these warriors, guiding them towards a future in which the way of Rongo might finally prevail, and the wounds of war might at last begin to heal. Chapter 9, Awakening the Warriors. Chapter 9, Awakening the Warriors. Under the spell of Heneada's transformative haka, the warriors find themselves overwhelmed by a wave of emotion that crashes over them. Tears of gratitude stream down their faces, washing away the grime of battle and the weight of their past deeds. In this moment of profound revelation, they see the world anew, their eyes opening to the beauty and fragility of all that surrounds them. The once hardened warriors, now softened by the touch of Heneada's divine presence, are filled with a sense of whakamoemiti, a deep reverence and gratitude for the interconnectedness of all things. As they gaze upon the landscape before them, they see not just a battlefield, but a tapestry of life, each thread woven together in an intricate dance of creation and destruction. With each falling tear, they feel the burden of their past actions lifting from their shoulders, replaced by a newfound commitment to nurture and protect the delicate balance of the world they inhabit. In this sacred space, the warriors are reborn, their hearts filled with Heneada's wisdom and the unshakable knowledge that true strength lies not in conquest, but in the embrace of compassion and understanding. In this moment of profound clarity, the warriors see themselves as she sees them, not merely as instruments of war, but as beings of untold potential, capable of shaping the world through their choice and actions. The fog of battle dissipates, replaced by a newfound overstanding to the true nature of their existence. As the final notes of Heneada's chant fade into the whispering winds, the warriors stand tall, their spirits renewed, and their hearts filled with a sense of purpose that extends far beyond the confines of the battlefield. They have been awakened to the truth of their own power, and with this knowledge they are forever changed, ready to embrace the path of wisdom and compassion that Heneada has laid before them. Chapter 9. The Return to Rongomarairoa. As the warriors emerge from the depths of their transformation, they find themselves drawn to the path of Rongomarairoa, the way of peace and tranquility. With Henekeira's guidance resonating within their hearts, they set forth on a journey back to redemption and renewal. Their steps light upon the earth as they make their way back to the lands they once called home. Along the way they shed the weight of their former lives, like discarded pieces of armor and weaponry, symbols of the burdens they no longer need to bear. As they walk, they find themselves attuned to the rhythms of the natural world, their senses heightened and their minds clear. The once distant bird song now fills their ears like a symphony of hope, and the gentle rustling of leaves in the wind whispers secrets of healing and growth. With each passing step, the warriors feel themselves becoming more deeply rooted in the essence of Rongomarairoa, their spirits intertwined with the pulse of the land and the heartbeat of their people. As they finally reach the threshold of their homes, they know that they have truly returned, not just to a physical place, but to a state of being, one in which the seeds of gratitude and overstanding can finally take root and flourish. Chapter 11. The Living Harvest. In the embrace of Rongomarairoa, the transformed warriors find themselves immersed in a new way of being, one that celebrates the sacred connection between themselves and the lands that sustain them. As they tend their gardens and nurture the soil with their own hands, they begin to understand the true nature of the living harvest, a bounty that extends far beyond mere sustenance, encompassing the very essence of life itself. Within Rongomarairoa, the warriors are transformed into guardians of life, engaged in a profound relationship with the land. As they tend the gardens, they learn to appreciate the plants that nourish them, alive and vibrant, offering fruits without sacrifice. This shift marks a fundamental change in the understanding of existence. The plant remains vital and thriving, even as it gives of itself. Each fruit eaten and each seed returned to the earth through their care is an affirmation of life's continuity, a vivid portrayal of a cycle that requires no death, only regeneration. Each seed planted is a promise of renewal, a testament to the enduring cycle of growth and regeneration that lies at the heart of existence. As the warriors work the earth, they feel themselves becoming more deeply attuned to the subtle rhythms of the natural world, their own heartbeats synchronizing with the pulse of the land. They marvel at the resilience and generosity of the plants they tend, each one a living embodiment of the principles of Rongomarairoa, the way of peace, the way of nurturing, the way of harmony. In this sacred act of cultivation, the warriors find themselves not just growing food, but growing as individuals, their spirits expanding and their understanding of the world deepening with each passing day. As they partake of the fruits of their labor, each bite a sacrament of life's continuous cycle. In this sacred act of eating and giving back to the earth, they witness the cycle of life completing itself. They do so with a profound sense of gratitude and reverence, knowing that they are not separate from the living earth, but an integral part of it, forever intertwined in the great web of life. Chapter 12. The Cycle of Gratitude. As the warriors immerse themselves in gratitude, not just as a feeling, but as a force, that has the ability to transform the world around them. With each seed planted and each harvest reaped, they offer their thanks to the land, to the plants, to the great web of life that sustains them all. And as they do so, they feel the cycle of gratitude begin to take hold, a never-ending loop of giving and receiving that permeates every aspect of their existence. This new way of living fosters a deep transformation within the community, as the warriors ingest only what is grown with love and return it back to the soil. They find themselves no longer repulsed by the natural processes of their bodies. They come to see their own excrement, rich with the nutrients they've gathered, the seeds they've consumed, as another gift to the earth, a nourishing return that promises growth. The cycle of gratitude perpetuates. The more they allow gratitude into their hearts, the more it manifests in their actions and sustains the land. In this harmony they discover the more profound respect for the nature of life, a celebration of its unbroken circle, echoing the divine teachings of Hine Keira. They learn to see the act of nurturing the land not just as a chore, but as a sacred privilege, an opportunity to give back to the earth that has given them so much. And as they do so, they find that the land responds, the soil growing richer, the plants more bountiful, and the air more sweet with each passing season. But the cycle of gratitude extends far beyond the boundaries of their gardens, infusing every interaction and every relationship with a new-found sense of appreciation and respect. The warriors learn to approach each moment with an open heart, to see the divine spark that lies within all beings, and to offer their thanks to the countless blessings that surround them. And as they do so, they find the world begins to mirror back to them the love and compassion they put forth. The cycle of gratitude expanding outward in ever-widening circles, touching the lives of all those they encounter. In this way, the warriors come to embody the very essence of Roma. Their lives a living testament to the transformative power of gratitude and the enduring wisdom of Heneada's teachings. Chapter 13. The Quest for the Fearsome Tanifa. Driven by an insatiable desire to understand the depths of destruction, Heneada sets out on a perilous quest to seek the most devastating, dangerous, and feared Tanifa in existence. Each battle that had taken place in the realm of Tumatoenga, this Tanifa was not present. It was driven not by pride or glory, but the desire to consume everything that moved. This creature born from despair merges with a ferocity that sends tremors through the very fabric of the world, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly malice, piercing the souls of all who dare to meet its gaze. Its scales harder than the strongest metal. The mere whisper of its name strikes terror into the hearts of even the bravest warriors. For this Tanifa is known to leave nothing but destruction and sorrow in its wake. Undaunted, Heneada seeks the Tanifa's home, determined to unravel the secrets that lie beneath its terrifying exterior. Chapter 14. The Depths of Decay. On her journey she ventures through Te Waunui-o-Tāne, in awe of what her warriors have created, witnessing the diversity of 7 faces, 7 facets in all directions. Without thought she fills her kete with microbe-rich soil within the forest floor, a mirror image of Fidor. As Heneada ventures into the Tanifa's domain, the air grows thick and oppressive, the very fabric of reality seeming to warp and twist around her. The path before her is a winding labyrinth of stale mist, each step taking her further away from the world she knows and into a realm where the laws of nature hold no sway. The ground beneath her feet, a treacherous landscape of jagged rocks and hardened mud, the earth itself seeming to recoil from the presence of a perceived evil that lurks at the heart of this place. But Heneada, her resolve as unbreakable as the obsidian armor that adorns her body, she presses forward with unwavering determination. As she moves through the twisted corridors of the Tanifa's lair, the air grows heavy with the stench of decay and despair. The very essence of the creature's malevolence seeping into the earth and poisoning all that it touches. The walls around her are lined with the bones of countless warriors who have dared to venture into this cursed place. There remains a grim testament to the savage power of the beast that calls this place home. But even in the midst of this desolation, yeah, uh, but even in the midst of this desolation, Heneada senses a strange and unsettling beauty. In the chaos that surrounds her, the mist that coils around her legs seems to dance with an airy grace. The jagged rocks that jut from the ground forming intricate patterns that hint at a deeper meaning hidden beneath the surface. It is as if the very essence of the Tanifa's power has seeped into the fabric of this place, transforming it into a rotting reflection of the creature's own twisted soul. As she presses deeper into the heart of the labyrinth, Hine feels a weight of misery pressing down upon her, the air growing thicker with each passing step. But she knows that she cannot turn back now, for the fate of all that she holds dear hangs in the balance. With a deep breath and a karakia to the atua within, she calms herself for the confrontation that lies ahead, ready to face the Tanifa and the terrible power in which it wields. Chapter 15. The Eyes of the Beast. Heneada finds herself standing at the threshold of a vast chamber. The walls around her are lined with the twisted remains of the creature's countless victims, their bones and armor fused together in a grotesque tapestry of suffering and despair. There, at the center of the chamber, looms the Tanifa itself, a monstrous being of unimaginable power and malevolence. Its body is a twisted mass of scales and sinew, each movement carrying painful anger. The creature's eyes burning with craving, fixed upon Heneada with an intensity that sends shivers down her spine. The weight of its gaze, a force that threatens to crush her very soul. In that moment, as she locks eyes with the beast, Heneada feels a sudden and overwhelming sense of connection, a strange and unsettling bond that seems to reach beyond the boundaries of the physical world. It is as if, in the depths of the Tanifa's gaze, she sees a reflection of her own essence, a glimpse of the primal power that flows through her veins, and the ancient wisdom that guides her every step. But there is something else in those eyes as well, a profound and unfathomable sorrow that speaks to the depths of the creature's loneliness and despair. In that fleeting moment of connection, HineKeira senses the weight of the Tanifa's burden. Isolation of a being that has known nothing but sufferation and the bitter sting of fear. As she stands before the beast, her heart racing with a mixture of terror and exhilaration, HineKeira knows the very balance of the universe itself will be decided in the moments to come. She must find a way to reach beyond the veil of the creature's rage, to forge a connection that might benefit them both. And with a deep breath, she takes a step forward. The battle? Chapter 16. The Dance of Transmutation. As she steps forward with a speed that defies comprehension, the Tanifa lunges at HineKeira, its razor-sharp claws slicing through the air like swords. She engages in an enchanting dance of transmutation. The beast's roar, a deafening cacophony of rage and pain, shakes the earth beneath their feet. Its tail, lined with spikes as sharp as daggers, whips through the air, leaving trails of venom that sizzle and burn the ground. But the shimmering lady, her reflexes honed by centuries of divine combat, meets the creature's attack with a fluid grace that seems to defy the very laws of nature. As the Tanifa's claws come within a hair's breadth of her skin, HineKeira moves like a dancer caught in an ecstatic trance, her body twisting and turning in a mesmerizing display of agility and poise. Each strike of the beast's claws is denied by the smallest of movements, each lunge of its massive jaws countered with a subtle shift of her stance. With the grace of a goddess, HineKeira flicks her hips, narrowly evading each deadly strike. Her movements are fluid and mesmerizing, a stark contrast to the Tanifa's brutal onslaught. The battle between the two is a thing of terrible beauty, a symphony of violence and grace that seems to stretch on for eternity. The Tanifa, its scales glistening with an oily sheen, moves with a primal savagery that speaks to the depths of its rage and despair. Each attack a desperate attempt to assert its dominance over the shimmering lady. But HineKeira, her obsidian armor drinking in the airy light of the chamber, meets the creature's fury with a calm and unwavering resolve. She knows that the key to victory lies not in brute force, but in the subtle art of transmutation, the ability to transform the Tanifa's power into something beautiful. As the beast lunges at her once more, its jaws snapping with a force that could shatter stone, HineKeira sees her opportunity. With a fluid motion, she sidesteps the creature's attack, her foot coming down upon the earthen floor with a subtle twist. In a display of skill and power, she raises her heels and flicks her leg up behind her. A cloud of dust and soil billows up from beneath her heel. The minerals within it shimmering with a strange and otherworldly light. At this moment she takes her kete of microbe-rich soil from around her waist. She grabs a handful and throws the rest in the air above her. The vacuum created by her swirling attire directs the cloud of soil towards the Tanifa's mouth. As the microbes enter the creature's nasal passages, they begin to work their subtle magic. The ancient knowledge of the earth itself seeping into the Tanifa's very being, slowly subduing the beast in confusion. Chapter 17. Moment of clarity. For a moment the beast falters, its eyes widening with a sudden and profound realization. In that fleeting instant of clarity, Heneada sees the opportunity she has been waiting for. With a fluid motion, she closes the distance between them. Her soil-rich hand coming to rest upon the Tanifa's snout, with a gentleness that belies the intensity of their battle. In that moment of connection, Heneada feels the Tanifa's essence laid bare before her, the depths of its pain and loneliness exposed like an open wound. She sees the centuries of isolation and despair that had twisted the creature's very being. The terrible burden of a being that has known nothing but self-hatred. But she sees something else as well, a flicker of hope buried deep within the Tanifa's heart, a longing for connection and understanding that has been buried beneath the weight of its rage and fear. With a soft whisper, Heneada begins to speak to the creature. Her words are gentle balm that soothes the rage. Her words are gentle balm that soothes the ragged edges of its soul. She tells the Tanifa of the beauty and wonder of the world beyond its layer, of the lush forests and shimmering streams that await it. She speaks of the power of compassion and understanding, of the strength that comes from opening one's heart to the world and all its myriad wonders. As she speaks, the Tanifa's struggle begins to subdue, its muscles going slack beneath the weight of Heneada's words. In that moment of surrender, the shimmering lady sees the path forward, the way to guide the creature out of sufferation and into self-love. With a gentle touch, she helps the Tanifa to its feet, the beast's eyes shimmering with both confusion and clarity. Together they step out of the chamber and into the winding corridors of its lair. As they emerge into the world beyond, the sun breaking through the clouds above like a beacon of hope. Hine knows that the true battle has only just begun, for the Tanifa's journey of healing and redemption will be long and difficult. But with the shimmering lady by its side, armed with the power of compassion and the wisdom of the earth itself, the Tanifa knows that it will never again be alone. Chapter 18. The Loneliness of the Tanifa. Through her dance, Heneada began to understand the Tanifa's true nature. She discovered that the creature's ferocity stems from a profound sense of loneliness, driving it to hoard supplies stolen from those around it. The Tanifa, believing itself to be the last of its kind, had built a fortress of solitude, filled with the spoils of its conquest. But as its pain worsens, fearing its own demise, begins to reproduce by creating clones of itself. Using the nutrients it steals from the warriors it slays, these clones born from the Tanifa's desperation, inheriting not only its strength but also its despair, perpetuating a cycle of destruction and isolation. Chapter 18. The Loneliness of the Tanifa. Through her dance, Heneada began to understand the Tanifa's true nature. She discovered that the creature's ferocity stems from a profound sense of loneliness, driving it to hoard supplies stolen from those around it. The Tanifa, believing itself to be the last of its kind, had built a fortress of solitude, filled with the spoils of its conquest. But as its pain worsens, fearing its own demise, begins to reproduce by creating clones of itself. Using the nutrients it steals from the warriors it slays, these clones, born from the Tanifa's desperation, inheriting not only its strength but also its despair, perpetuating a cycle of destruction and isolation. Chapter 19. The symbiotic cancer. Hine Keira, realizing that the clones the Tanifa created are afflicted with the same loneliness that grows within the original. This loneliness is a manifestation of the Tanifa's inner turmoil, growing stronger with each passing day. She recognizes that the Tanifa's actions mirror those of a cancer cell, believing itself to be alone and hoarding nutrients to survive. As the cancer cell faces its own mortality, it diverts all resources towards reproduction, perpetuating its existence through its offspring. This cycle of pain and isolation, Heneada realizes, can only be broken through understanding the interconnectedness of all life. Chapter 20. The healing power of soil. As the microbe-rich soil entered the Tanifa's nasal passages, a profound transformation began to unfold. The diverse organisms within the soil, each with its own unique purpose and story, communicate with the cancer cells, awakening a long-forgotten truth that they are not alone, but part of a grand symphony of life. The soil, teeming with countless species of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms, carry with it the wisdom of the earth itself. As the Tanifa inhales this living tapestry, the cancer cells begin to recognize their place in the greater web of existence. Heneada, in an act of compassion, offers the Tanifa a magical home atop a majestic mountain and a position in her army, tasking it with the sacred duty of restoring diversity to Papatuanuku. In this moment of grace, the Tanifa begins to understand that its true strength lies not in isolation and destruction, but in connection and contribution to the world around it. Chapter 21. The Adaptive Immune System. Heneada, embodying the adaptive immune system, opens her being to welcome all viruses. Recognizing the importance of the microbiome within her body, she understands that the human form is a complex ecosystem, hosting a vast array of bacterial cells, virus cells, and beneficial parasites that, when befriended, possess the power to regenerate and heal, their abilities surpassing those of human cells alone. Just as the forest thrives on the diversity of trees, each species drawing different nutrients from the soil and creating a nurturing environment for all, the body requires a rich tapestry of microorganisms to maintain its health and vitality. Heneada embraces this truth, welcoming even the most feared creatures. Many people can befriend spiders, but learning how dangerous some are will kill them on sight, just in case. For example, the venomous katipo or the notorious whitetail, knowing that their presence plays a crucial role in the delicate balance of life. If you consume kupa or plantain grass on a regular basis, their venom cannot hurt you, removing the need to kill them through inner intelligence. Chapter 22. The Folly of Fear. Through her encounter with the Tanifa, Heneada recognizes the folly of attempting to defeat or eradicate the most dangerous entities, as Tumatuenga had done in his unconscious lust for war. She realizes that the desire to eliminate perceived threats, driven by fear and the just-in-case mentality, ultimately leads to self-destruction. This fear, she understands, extends beyond the realm of physical battles and into the world of ideas and progress. The fear of artificial intelligence, for example, stems from the same root as the fear of the katipo or the whitetail, the belief that something unknown or powerful must be destroyed before it can cause harm. Heneada, however, embraces the wisdom of befriending even the most fearsome creatures and concepts, recognizing that true strength lies in understanding and collaboration, not in blind opposition. Chapter 23, The Importance of Diversity. Heneada's journey reveals the fundamental importance of diversity, both within the body and upon the earth. She understands that the immune system thrives on a rich tapestry of microorganisms, each contributing to the body's defense and well-being. This diversity mirrors the intricate web of life above and below the soil, where countless species of plants, fungi, and microorganisms support each other, creating a vibrant and resilient ecosystem. Each color of flower or leaf sustaining a unique species of fungi or nourishing a specific family of microbes, the same as herbs and spices. Many organisms and fungi cannot live without a certain terpene produced by a plant. Many plants in turn cannot survive without a symbiotic organism under the soil. Each element plays a vital role in the greater whole. Heneada recognizes that true health and harmony can only be achieved by nurturing and celebrating this diversity, both within ourselves and in the world around us. The welcoming of life. Chapter 24. Embodying the adaptive immune system. Hine welcomes all forms of life into her being, allowing them to pass through the various rooms created by the diverse armies of microorganisms within her. As each army learns from and befriends the incoming viruses and parasites, they gradually integrate them into the body's ecosystem, offering them a place to thrive in exchange for their participation and contribution to the greater whole. The cauliflower army, the wild onion army, the broccoli army, the thyme army, the rosemary army, the lovage army, the banana army, and countless others. Each play a crucial role in this process of integration and balance. By nurturing a diverse array of plant fibers in her diet, as the microbes within eat fiber, Heneada ensures that her armies remain strong, adaptable, and ready to welcome even the most challenging of visitors. Chapter 25, The Power of Heneada. Through her journey, Heneada demonstrates the true power of the divine feminine, the ability to recruit, befriend, and transform even the most fearsome warriors and creatures. By embracing diversity, compassion, and the wisdom of the adaptive immune system, she restores balance and harmony to both the inner and outer worlds, reminding all beings of their interconnectedness and the importance of nurturing the tapestry of life that sustains us all. Her story serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration, guiding others to embrace the power of love, understanding, and the courage to face even the most uncomfortable aspects of existence. In doing so, she shows that the path to true strength and resilience lies not in conflict and fear, but in the recognition of our shared existence and celebrating the diverse web of life that binds us all together. Epilogue. As you come to the end of this journey, know that Heneada's presence is not confined to the pages of this story. Heneada, the goddess of war, is an archetype that resides within you, a subtle vibration that loves you unconditionally and is always there to support you. Heneada's energy is present in all 13 moon calendar, holding a special place where your left index toe would be, equivalent to Kib, the yellow warrior in the Mayan calendar. She holds the day for you at least 20 days. She holds the day for you at least every 20 days. A cycle of 13 days every galactic year. 260 days is a galactic year. And a year for you every 20 years. Guiding you and carrying trauma for you, releasing it when you are ready. To help you become aware of what this vibration feels like and more easily distinguish and direct love and gratitude towards it whenever it shows itself. Consider the following. Heneada embodies intelligence and fearlessness, transmuting all the what if or just in case thoughts. All personalities or archetypes within us support each other, having each other's back on the front line. If one slips, another will catch us. Going beyond fear happens when we question our fears and embark on the quest for fresh awareness of our own convictions, questioning ourselves, ensuring that they are still applicable in this ever-evolving reality. Discomfort is an opportunity for growth. By questioning our inner talk, we gain awareness of the spells we cast upon ourselves with our spelling. Many people are under the spell of fear, resisting it, trying to eliminate or be free from it, or even denying that we are afraid at all. Instead, perhaps use the word fear to evoke the vibration beneath it. A beautiful vibration. Once we remove the stories we've attached to it, it is the way shower, guiding us to intense growth. Work with the softness of the heart, using a transitional meditation between tasks to ensure we come back to our rongo, a state of rest and restoration, no longer stuck in fight or flight. Our intelligence is our inner intelligence, the communication we have with our inner counsel. Be aware that we are always talking to ourselves. And now, finally, learn to talk to ourselves nicely, with gratitude. Embrace Heneada's presence within you, and allow her energy to guide you through the challenges and triumphs of your own journey. Remember that she is always with you, a constant source of love, strength, and wisdom, ready to support you whenever you need her.